A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Green.
Maybe not the four best teams in each division, but but we ended up with them nonetheless. Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Cleveland Browns are the one that weeks ago, if you'd have said these are the teams in it, we'd have gone no. Cleveland's not going to be in the conference semifinals.
Well, according to the team they beat last week, they're not going to be around for long. So,
well, I think that's true, and I think everybody pretty much agrees with that. We got 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. This is going to be fun. The first game on Saturday, 4:35 start in Green Bay. Temperature is going to be right around freezing for the game. It's going to be about 10-mile-an-hour winds, I think they said. The LA Rams playing with Jared Goff. Who will be backed up by Blake Bortles, just in case they need him. But you've got the number 1 scoring offense in the league, in the Green Bay Packers, going up against the number 1 scoring defense in the league. The defense of the LA Rams has been keeping them in ball games, keeping it competitive, and I think they're going to be able to do the same thing against the Green Bay Packers this week. Also, I look over at the Green Bay Packers and think they're not great at stopping the run, and Cam Akers has been on a tear. I think that's the one way that the Rams can hurt them.
Okay. So you're going Rams. You're taking the Rams to cover under the 45.5. I'm going to go Packers minus 6.5 under the 45.5, and I'm going to level with you. I don't think the Rams score double-digit points. I think this is going to be somewhere in the 28-10, 28-7, somewhere in their range. Okay. I think Green Bay is going to dominate this game. 3 words. Jared Goff outside. I'm good.
Right.
Jared Goff's not good in cold weather. He's shown that time and time again.
Right.
I don't buy it. The Cam Akers things are going to load the box and make Jared Goff beat them, and I don't think he can do it.
Jared Goff has played 2 games in his career where the temperature was 32 degrees or below.
How'd he fare in those?
He did not fare well. Both of those were in 2018, and between the 2 games, he threw for a combined 370 yards, I believe it was, and 5 interceptions, 0 touchdowns.
Hot.
In those games. So, yes, that is going to be a problem, and the fact that he's not fully healthy from the thumb surgery, that will be a factor. I think they'll be able to run the ball, though, and I think that defense is going to be able to get after Aaron Rodgers. I don't know that they can contain Aaron Donald, and I don't know that they'll be able to keep him coming off the edge with Bakhtiari out.
Bakhtiari?
Yeah.
Aaron Donald's going to be a problem. I don't think it matters. I really don't. I think Aaron Rodgers is on the straight Ron fuck you tour, and it's going to continue. Somebody has to go to Lambeau and beat them, and I sure as hell don't think it's going to be the LA Rams.
Yeah, I don't think the Rams are going to beat them, but I think it's going to be a close enough game that they will be able to cover the spread. So that's why I'm taking the Rams plus the 6.5 in this one. And I'm going under the 45.5 because I think it's kind of going to be gross. I can see, a field goal game down to the end. Maybe it takes a last-minute drive to win it. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the Rams backdoor covering at the end to make it look good. Either way, I think Aaron Rodgers and company will win this game at home, and they will move on to the next round.
Who doesn't love the backdoor cover? Pat, not close.
All right. Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. This is one Buffalo has been killing teams. Baltimore got the win last week in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson's first. Jason Allen. Not Jason Allen.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. That's right. Not Jason, not Jared. Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen has been on a tear, and I think he's going to have his way with Baltimore's secondary. I really do. I don't care about the fact that the Buffalo Bills aren't great against the run, and I know that's what Baltimore wants to do. And they're going to. They're going to run the ball a lot in this game. But I still think that offense is too electric. And you know, you said it earlier this morning in the Sportsocracy of, you know, how are they going to beat Stephon Diggs? That's the big question. How do you beat Stephon Diggs?
I don't think that you do. I don't think they have any shot of beating. I don't think they have any shot of covering Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's going to be the difference in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Baltimore will be able to run the ball somewhat efficiently. Buffalo's been better against the run. I think this is going to be kind of a gross game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look for. I mean, I think Josh Allen's going to have. He will be, in my opinion, the second best quarterback of the weekend. However, I think this is going to be a slower game, more field goals. Moving the ball between the 20s, I don't think it's going to be that difficult. I think scoring will be difficult. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills minus 2.5. I think they win by about 10. I would say this is going to be a 24-14 game.
Okay.
I'm definitively under. I think the clock's going to run a lot.
Okay.
I was actually kind of surprised when I saw this number, if I was being really honest.
Yeah. I'm on the Buffalo side as well, but I'm going over the 49.5 because I think they can win this game by double digits. And I think both of these teams are going to get into the end zone. Buffalo's not great against the run, like I said. They're also not great against tight ends. And Buffalo's got one of the best in the game. And so Mark Andrews has been, you know, he's had some drops. He's had some issues.
Yeah.
But this would be a great, you know, redemption game for him to be able to get some. I mean, last week, the Indianapolis Colts, it was the two ways that they hurt the Bills. Was in the run game. They had over 160 yards rushing, and their tight ends had like over 130 yards receiving. So I think those are going to be spots that Baltimore can take advantage of, but yeah, we're on a crash course here. We're on a crash course for Buffalo and Kansas City.
And I said that about 6 weeks ago, and nothing has changed my mind.
Yep. I agree with that.
However,
laying 9.5 is not what Jeremy apparently wants to do. The Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Cleveland Browns. I am going to say that Kansas City is going to beat this team by double digits.
that's tremendous analysis.
Thank you.
I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns plus 9.5, and I'm going to go disgustingly under the 57. Cleveland's going to be able to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be to the level that I've heard that they will. They're going to win because Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are going to have 100 yards apiece. No, they are not. Because they're going to make Baker try to beat them. But they are going to have some success. I think they'll be able to move the chains. Things are going to hold the ball longer than you think. I just don't know how I don't know how Cleveland's going to stop Tyreek Hill. I really don't know how they're going to stop Travis Kelce. There's just so many weapons for Kansas City. I don't like this number. I think the number is way too high. Mm-hmm. I would have had this at 5.5. I mean, 9.5 is a huge number in a playoff game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to take the Browns to cover plus the 9.5. I will go very, very under the 57.
Mm-hmm. I think I am the chief guy who has made the comparison or made the statement that Kansas City does not blow out teams. I get that, but I just don't believe in Cleveland. I really don't. And like you said, I don't know who's going to be able to handle Tyreek Hill. I really don't. I could see him having another massive day where he has 200 yards receiving and a couple of touchdowns.
You very well could be right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not laying 9.5 in the playoff game.
Kansas City,
not at this point.
Yeah, one of Kansas City's biggest problems is defensively is that they have not been able to shut teams down when they get close. They're allowing teams to score at like 77% clip once they get inside the red zone. And that's one of the things that Cleveland's actually best at. When they can get inside the 20, they punch it in 75% of the time. So there are going to be points scored in this game on both sides, and I'm taking the over. And hopefully it's Kansas City in a blowout.
I hope it's Kansas City in a blowout. Because for the love of God, if I have to eat shit on Baker Mayfield for another week, good God, that would make next week untenable. But I do think I think they will keep this game reasonably close. You were talking about backdoor covers earlier. This one screams that to me.
Okay.
This screams to me late touchdown that covers the number, and this winds up being, I don't know, 20. I'll go 30, 21.
30-21. Tampa Bay and New Orleans, 6:40 on Sunday evening. You got the two aged senior veteran quarterbacks.
Decrepit, AARP card carrying, Bengay wearing, tall socks carrying Werther's Originals around in their pockets quarterbacks.
Nice. With fanny packs. It's
Yes.
the fanny pack bowl.
Yes.
It's it's the dad bowl with Tom Brady going up against Drew Brees for the first time in the playoffs. And Tampa is a 3-point underdog, and you know me. I'm all the way in on Tampa Bay plus the 3. I'm going over the 52, though. This is a different offense than the last one that played the New Orleans Saints. Antonio Brown had only been with the team for like 5 days in that last game against the Saints. Since then, he's been one of the, I guess, most prolific wide receivers in the NFL. I think 4 guys in the last 5 games or something have 5 touchdowns in the NFL, and 2 of them play for this team. One's Chris Godwin, and one is Antonio Brown. Marshawn Lattimore's, he'll do his job that he always does on Mike Evans. Mike Evans never does anything against Marshawn Lattimore. I think he's had one 100-yard game against Marshawn Lattimore in the last 4 years. I don't care. Put Marshawn Lattimore on him and then let the other 2 do all the damage. I'm hard on the Tom Brady side of this, not just because I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, but because I do believe it's going to be a different ballgame than the first 2 they played.
You're kind of on it because you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan.
I mean, a little bit.
I like this better at 3.5. I think it's about a field goal game. I can't get a good read on this. And I'm going to be honest with you, after watching 20 years of Tom Brady break my heart, it's really hard for me to bet against him in the playoffs. One of my favorite stats of this round of the playoffs, who's the oldest quarterback in the AFC? Left.
Phillip Rivers? Oh, left in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers went home last week.
Yes.
Josh Allen?
Baker Mayfield's the oldest quarterback left.
Really?
He's 25 years old.
Jeez.
Jared Goff is the youngest left in the NFC, and he's 26.
Right.
I did see somebody hilariously say on Twitter, Jared Goff is the only quarterback left in the NFC that could have applied for American Idol. He is 11 years younger than Aaron Rodgers, who is the second youngest quarterback left.
Yep.
It's a really funny dynamic. I look at this game. I don't think Tampa Bay's going to be able to run. I do believe in that New Orleans defense. I just think Tom's going to find some way to, at the very least, cover this. I could see this being one of those things that it's a 2-point game after Tommy Touchdown scores a touchdown with 45 seconds to go, and they don't convert the 2-pointer. Or something stupid like that. Something where this is down, nail-biter, anybody's got a shot with, a minute to go.
My biggest question is going to be, how much are we going to be talking about the referees on Monday?
Well, it's a New Orleans Saints game, so probably a lot.
Exactly. New Orleans Saints always seem to get screwed by the refs in the playoffs, and everybody has the narrative of Tom Brady always gets the calls. The crucial calls at the end of the game go Tom Brady's way, so how much are we going to be talking about the referees come Monday? But I'm on Tampa Bay to win this game, and that'll set us up for Tampa and Green Bay, Buffalo, and the Chiefs.
And that's, to me, what it should be. Yeah. I think if you've got New Orleans, Green Bay, or Tampa Bay, Green Bay, really, I don't care who wins that game. As long as you got Green Bay, Buffalo, Kansas City, I feel like the 3 best teams in the league are still left. And I think that's going to happen.
All right, so as far as DFS goes this weekend with these games, who's your big play of the week?
The guy that I think I did this last week worked swimmingly for me.
Okay.
The guy that everybody's going to stay away from, Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams, people will stay away from him because they think, Jalen Ramsey's going to be on him. I couldn't give 2 shits if I tried. He's the best route runner in the NFL. And I think between his feet and his hands and Aaron's wizard-like ability to get him the ball, I don't think it matters. I don't think you're going to see Aaron Donald getting home all that often. I think it's going to be a quick strike passing game. LaFleur has something to prove after how they were beaten in the playoffs last year. And Aaron Rodgers is on the screw you tour. So if I'm playing in the showdown, of which thank you DraftKings for putting all 4 games on the same slate. I don't know why that took so many years, but thank God the big boys in the room stood up and went, well, this is done.
Right.
We should do this way. Thank you, whoever you are.
You can still play them as separate slates, though, right?
You can. I don't know why you would, though.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate those showdowns. Oh, look, who's going to be the best player in this one game? We have 9 guys to choose from. This is stupid. Anything that involves picking kickers in daily fantasy is something I am Seacrest out on.
Right.
My favorite quarterback of the week is Mahomes is so expensive. And I look at Josh Allen, and I do like Josh Allen. Really, the only one I want to avoid at all cost is Jared Goff and Baker Mayfield.
Right.
I want to avoid them. I don't see a path that they can be slate-winning guys. At the same time, I'm trying somebody contrarian that could bust the slate. Rashard Higgins comes to mind. Baker Mayfield loves Rashard Higgins. Why? I could not tell you. He doesn't run. He's not a good route runner. He's not fast. He's not really anything, but Baker loves him. He would be one of my favorite DFS picks for this week because I think that's going to be the highest scoring game of the week.
So you got Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Antonio Brown. Where am I going wrong there?
Expensive. That's where you're going wrong. That's going to be very common.
Okay.
And I think you're going to see some lower ownership on some running backs. Nick Chubb, I think, is going to be stupidly high owned, and Kareem Hunt's probably not.
Cam Akers needs to be a play this week.
I think Cam Akers is – I think he'll be fine, but I also think he might be the trap. I think that's where everybody's going to go. The guy that I like that I think is going to be low owned because people are going to be beholden to the numbers is Alvin Kamara. Because he's been bad against Tampa Bay before. I think that will shield his ownership low. This is the playoffs. It is different. And I'm all in on Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins. What do you think?
I don't believe as much. I don't believe that Baltimore's going to be able to move the ball as effortlessly as you do. And I think this could be one of those games where at the end of it you see, oh, they've got 3, between Lamar Jackson and 2 running backs, they each have 75-plus rushing yards, and not one of them got in the end zone.
Gotcha.
I could very easily see a pass where that happens.
Okay. The yards are there, but the scores are not.
Correct.
Okay. That's fair.
I think that game's going to be so low scoring that outside of Josh Allen, I'm not sure there's anything I want.
And when you're trying to build these rosters, obviously,
Stephon Diggs, by the way.
Yeah. I forgot about him.
People will shy away from him solely because they think the Baltimore Ravens secondary is really good. If it's Marcus Peters gambles a lot, which could lead to some huge plays. And if it's Marlon Humphrey, I think we all saw last week exactly how you play him one-on-one, and Harbaugh has shown no desire to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Whether it's Harbaugh, Don Martindale, whoever it is that's making that call. Whoever it is that's making that call has shown no predilection to give him help over the top. And if I'm getting that on Stephon Diggs, that's going to be really, really good.
And you're going to have to shell out money for him.
He's expensive, but it's okay.
Right, but so are you saving money at tight end and going with like Robert Tonyan rather than...
Robert Tonyan's not going to save you money.
He's not?
No, Tyler Higbee would be more of a money-saving option. If I was trying to save money at tight end, I'll probably spin the wheel of destiny with whatever tight end from Buffalo I feel warm and fuzzy about. Because they have like 7 of them. This strikes me as Lee Smith scores or some stupid shit.
Right.
That is a contrarian place to throw a guy in, though.
Or, what's his name? Georgia guy, the wide receiver from Buffalo that just went off. No.
Yeah, Davis went to UCF.
No. What's his name? I forgot his name.
I have no clue who you're talking
He scored like 3 touchdowns last week, or 2 touchdowns last week. He had the return touchdown and
Oh, we were talking about tight ends is why you had me confused.
Yeah,
You're talking
no.
about, Isaiah McKenzie.
Isaiah McKenzie. Yeah.
Yeah, he will be really popular because his price, whilst it did move a little bit, it didn't move that much.
Didn't move a whole lot. All right. How about defense?
Oh, you want to be contrarian? Go Kansas City because that's the one nobody's going to have. And I think it could be good because Baker Mayfield.
All right. Weather's not going to play too much of a factor in
Cold.
these games.
It's gonna
I
be
mean, it's going to be
damn
cold.
cold.
It will be cold. It's going to be cold in Buffalo. I think it's projected to be like 33 degrees around kickoff, and then they kick off at 8:15. So it's only going to get colder and colder as the game goes on. The Green Bay game's supposed to be right around freezing the entire time. Wind is going to be the biggest factor of anything because all of the precipitation projections that we had earlier in the week are not panning out. There's not going to be massive snow in Buffalo.
Nope.
They might have some flurries, but it's not looking likely that they will have any kind of snow activity in the Buffalo game. So all of these games are going to be pretty cold except for, well, Kansas City's very tepid temperatures, I guess, for this time of year, what you would expect for a Sunday afternoon in mid-January in Kansas City. It's going to be like 40, 45 degrees, somewhere in there. So it's not going to be that bad. And then, of course, you don't have to worry about it down in New Orleans with the old guys playing in the Dome. Yeah. That's another reason I'm on the over of that game because you don't have the elements to deal with.
You don't
both
have
these guys.
You don't have the elements in New Orleans and Tampa either because it's in a dome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the game I was talking about.
Oh, so you were talking about one of them being tepid temperatures. They're all three under 40 degrees. So.
Right. But you don't have to worry about that. That's kind of why I'm on the over in the Tampa-New Orleans game is because you're not going to have to deal with that. They're both going to be inside. They're both going to be comfortable. It is Drew Brees at home, which always scares me. But there again. What?
I'm way under on that game. I think that's going to be a slugfest, and it's not going to be as high scoring as people think.
It very well could be.
That's the game, in all reality, outside of Kamara, that I'm trying to avoid people from. Because I think people will go heavy on that thinking it's going to be a shootout, and I don't buy it.
Yeah, the first time they got together, I think the total was 58. It was 34-24, and then the last time they got together, I don't want to talk about that. The total was 41, but it was a lot on one side and not much on the other. But again, different defense, different offense, more comfortable Tom Brady, more weapons to choose from. They've been running the ball a lot better, and the defense has been playing better. What's your thoughts on Michael Thomas? Do you think he's going to have a big game?
No, I don't. I mean, I think he'll be fine, but I'm not jumping up and down to get him in lineups.
Do you think he's still hampered though?
I mean, I thought he was hampered the whole time.
Yeah.
I thought this is his. I'm playing through it, and I've thought that for a long time.
All right. Any other thoughts?
Nope.
All right. NFL Divisional weekend is upon us. Enjoy the games. Have a great weekend. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Green. Be sure to like, share, and follow the Sportsocracy on all of the social medias. Hit that notifications button so you'll know every time that we go live here from the Wicked Weed Studios. Check them out online. Our good friends at wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink different.